What is up, team? Chuck with Traders War Room, and I'm back at you with another video. Listen, this is your Monday Madness video and the first trading session of 2022 in the regular market. You could have traded crypto and things of that nature, but regular stocks and derivatives, today was your first day. Now, what I want you to do right now is hit that like, share, and subscribe button, and I need you to come along with us on this journey, okay? Invest in yourself in the year 2022. That is our marketing motto plan for this year, and I want everyone to be prosperous. That's why you check the description tag. I got tons of resources and products and things of that nature to make you a better investor. Listen, truly, I want you guys to grow, learn, and share, and we're going to do this as a team and a community. And if that sounds good and you're ready to rock it with me, then all I got to say to you is follow me and let's go to war. All right, TWR wants to remind the viewer that all content on this channel is for entertainment and education purposes only. You are responsible for every decision you make in the stock market. You need to have fun, but you need to use caution and always, always, always go to war. Quick promo for our next upcoming class, Spread the Love, using option spreads for killer profits. Saturday, 8 January at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time or 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Listen, if you guys haven't taken one of our classes, you are missing out, okay? They are killer. We are doing great things, great interaction. People love them. And at the price of $15, you can't pass this up to invest in yourself in the year 2022. Come join us. Check the description tab. All right, team, here's how your markets closed today. Not a bad showing for all three markets in the green. Market movers and shakers. A few tickers that we hadn't seen before, but once again, we see the Qs, we see Ford, we see Aapl, we saw SPY, and of course we saw NIO, because NIO was riding the coattails of Tesla, as well as a lot of the other EV sectors. You got some top gainers right there. We paid attention to CCTS, GVCI, and you got some top losers, UCL, APLT. All sector performance, we're looking at real estate, utilities, and materials in the red, with communication services, consumer discretionary, and infotech in the green. But on the 5-day, we got real estate, utilities, and materials up significantly, more so than the communication services, consumer discretionary, and infotech. Futures, remember, futures are just a glimpse into what could be, not what will be, so definitely take it with just a grain of salt. Your big orders today filled. You can see the buy and sell ratio. Of course, Tesla was moving hardcore, making some new highs, so definitely saw a lot of people profit taking. Aapl just got that 3 trillion market cap, so that's definitely a big reason for people profit taking there. Nvidia about 50-50, Techie 50-50. Lucid had a good run from some recent lows because of the EV boom, riding Tesla coattails. You got the Qs. Microsoft did really well today, and AMD. I think we're going to start seeing some chip companies come into play here in the near future. Top news, of course, you got about Wall Street gaining on the first trading day of 2022. And of course, they're talking about Aapl hitting the 3 trillion market cap. So what we need to understand here is Aapl became the first company to reach that milestone, and its shares ended higher, okay? Tesla was also running, so part of the juggernaut companies, they hold a lot of weight in the stock market. So a lot of these, the Apples, the Microsofts, the Teslas, when these things run, you got a lot of other companies that are riding coattails, but they hold so much weight within their particular sectors that they can pull their sectors and the market sometimes as a whole up or down depending on it. And of course it was up because these things were rocking. Another thing big, huge in the move was Tesla, okay? Tesla definitely outperformed analysts' projections on their supply delivery, and you can't count Tesla out, okay? Now listen, Tesla's extremely volatile, so it's a tough, tricky stock to trade, especially if you're day trading this. But I'm telling you guys, Tesla is the number one in their particular industry. And when you're the number one, everyone else has to compete and try to get on your level. Everything Tesla does, they're going to be first at it. And that holds a lot of weight, especially in their particular sector and their particular industry of what they're trying to do in the stock market. Exxon, Q4 earnings poised to exceed pre-pandemic levels, analysts said. Now, I want to hit this one up because this is one of those value type of stocks. And you saw the template at the very beginning. We're talking about really here in a little bit in the video, value versus growth stocks and who's going to be the better position for 2022. Well, they're projecting that these energy stocks, these oil refineries, the gasoline companies, things that are pushing out energy moving into 2022 are poised to do very well because they've taken such a beating while the technology industry was booming these past years. So definitely paying attention to energy sector big time in 2022. So the big meat and potatoes of this video today is value versus growth stocks, which is better in 2022. And we're going to go over the difference between both of them. We're going to look at a couple of the industries that are in them, and we're going to take a look at some of the charts that are in line with some of the ones that are predicted to do fairly well in both sectors moving into 2022. All right, value stocks. These are stocks that are solid with fundamentals, and they're undervalued against their peers in sectors and industries based off of profits earning, total yield, and other factors mainly centering around financials and future contracts with their company. Now, the big takeaway from here is that a value particular type of stock is a solid company, whether it be a small cap, mid cap, or large cap. It is a solid company, has a proven track record, has good fundamentals, but is cheaper compared to some of their peers in the same sector. Growth stocks. Stocks that increase in capital value at a faster pace than their peers and usually have a high forward profit earning ratio, but don't have the yield income, aka the fundamentals. So these are the speculative type of stocks, the ones that you want to get in now, ride these to the moon, and sell out on high because they're volatile in nature a lot of times. So understanding the difference between value and growth is very important. We saw a lot of growth stocks, especially in the technology sector, boom in 2021 and beginnings of 2022. But now we're starting to see a rotation in the market to where the technology sector and the growth stocks, the speculative stocks, they're taking a back burner, and we're seeing more money flow into the value stocks that are solid companies that have been taking a back seat towards these other growth companies. So let's look at a couple of the ones that analysts think are going to do fairly well in 2022 in both sectors. All right, first up in the value section, analysts believe in 2022 that financials, energy, and healthcare are going to lead the pack as far as good value stocks that have been beat down here recently, taking a backseat to the technology boom, and are going to be coming hardcore, especially with the fears of inflation and bottleneck supply and demand and possible meltdown in the marketplace. All right, first up, financials. And Bank of America by far is getting the best ratings from analysts on their forward position going into 2022. And you've seen a lot of movement today, and we just see that it got a buy signal on the daily, and we're definitely seeing some push towards the upper levels on the Fabrizio line. So bullish on BAC for sure moving into 2022. Energy sector, big push again from big money going into 2022 as a value stock. Leader of the pack that actually got a better overall rating moving into 2022 than Chevron and ConocoPhillips is XOM. So pay attention to XOM. This thing looks like it's ready to explode, and we're seeing the same movement in the upper lines of the Fabricios moving in on the daily chart. So bullish moving into 2022 XOM. All right, healthcare. Pfizer. Now you're seeing a little bit of a downplay on Pfizer, but because it's been on such a huge run, it has to have a cool down period. I wouldn't be surprised if we cool down a little bit more and start to track down towards that $55, but I think we bounce and we continue to go up and we start making new highs. So definitely bullish long term on Pfizer. I do think we're in a little downtrend for maybe a few days, maybe a week or two, but over the long period of time, this would be the time to get into Pfizer and ride this thing to the sunset. Next up, growth stocks. What analysts think about growth stocks? Well, some are going to be better than others, but overall, they think that technology specifically is going to take a less bullish run than it has seen previously the past couple of years. However, they still think it's going to outperform. So when we're talking about growth stocks, we're looking at infotech, consumer discretionary, and communication services. So let's take a look at some of the leaders and the ones that are primed to do well from analyst ratings in 2022. All right, Facebook, biggest one by the analysts. They're predicting to still hold it down in 2022 as far as infotech is concerned. Facebook is a juggernaut, and they're always pushing the envelope on technology and things of that nature as far as going into the information and technology sector. So Facebook is definitely leading the way in 2022 on all accounts from this particular sector. Consumer discretionary, Tesla leads the pack, okay? They're going to be number one in the EV. We already talked about it. Every time Tesla does something, it's the first time it's been done in that particular sector, okay? Consumer discretionaries is going to be a very touch and go particular sector because you're going to have a lot of winners, but you're going to have a lot of losers, and you're going to have a lot of volatility. So there's going to be a bunch of spikes and dumps. So pay attention to the sectors, but you want to make sure that if you get in deep and you hold long, you get in with the winners. And Tesla is going to be a winner long term. Almost you can bet your bottom dollar on it. Tesla bullish to the moon. And in the communication services, actually Viacom got a big upgrade, and they're actually predicted to be one of the best performing stocks in 2022 from both a growth perspective and a value play as well, specifically at the levels it's at currently. So it just got upgraded. It got a new price target of over $50. Remember, this thing not too long ago was a $100 stock, okay? So definitely in the communication sectors, Viacom, watch it. It's coming for you. 2022, analysts think it's going to be a bullish year for this particular stock. Get in now. Strike while the iron's hot. Bullish on Viacom. All right, some other stocks that have piqued our interest and we got to pay attention to them. Lucid. In the EV sector, this is another consumer discretionary. We're paying attention to Lucid. We like Lucid long term. I think that we're going to start seeing an increase going in. And anytime you see Tesla moving bullishly, bet that Lucid's going to go to the bullish side, and NIO's probably going to ride coattails as well. Speaking of that, here we go. We got NIO. Now, this is that Chinese stock, that EV one. Definitely a little riskier of a play because with all the stuff that's going on in China. But it's still another trade that when Tesla and the EV sector is going bullish, you can almost guarantee that NIO is going to have some bullish movement to the upside as well. So definitely a good idea to potentially get in and get out on a decent play if you start to see that particular sector trending. In the financials or the fintech area, PayPal is my favorite stock for 2022. I think we start to see the incline coming up. We're consolidating here at this lower level. We found our bottom, and it's nowhere but up from here. PayPal to the moon 2022. Aapl. I think we're going to have a cool down period after this surge, but definitely Aapl is one of those that's just going to keep on giving, man. Aapl is making millionaires every day from people that have been in Aapl from back when the first iPhone came out, okay? Aapl is a killer. You got to get it now because this thing is just going to continue to go up, and you might as well get in, strike while the iron's hot, get yourself some shares, and hold this thing forever. In the traditional financial sector, Wells Fargo is another one that I really like moving into 2022. Not quite as much as Bank of America, but Wells Fargo just got an upgrade. I like them moving in. They're also embracing the fintech type of, enterprise and the type of technology. So I think that they do fairly well in 2022. So Wells Fargo, long, 2022, bullish. Just not quite as bullish as Bank of America. And ON or on, this is a chip play, guys, okay? And listen, anytime you see EVs move or the electrical industry move and things of that nature, they got to have chips, okay? So pay attention to these chip ones. ON is a good one. AMD, NVIDIA, those are the kings, you know what I'm saying? You got SMH, which is the ETF that covers it, but ON is one that's undervalued in my opinion, and it's been performing very well. So pay attention to ON, to the moon, bullish. I think we see this thing surpass AMD prices. All right, team, that's the video, man. Listen, I hope you got some value out of the video, and I hope you got some growth on your knowledge base. You see what I did there? Anyways, remember, at Traders War Room, we look at the stock market like it's a war zone. Stocks and sectors, those are our battles. We do it together as a team. Attack, conquer, and destroy. We're taking 2022 by storm, guys. Now listen, go to my Discord. Check out my Discord, man. We got tons of stuff there. Free services, paid services, man. You got live trading. We got Zoom classes. We got the one-on-one mentor thing. Check the description tab out because all the tools and tidbits and all the links to everything we offer is right there. Invest in yourself in 2022 and let's go take this market by storm. If that sounds good and you're ready to rock it with me, then all I got to say to you is follow me and let's go to war.